Kakalosh Boker Tov, we're going to continue with Daf Kuf Dalid Amud Aleph, 104. So it says, we just started off the Daf by saying that the Rav Chasta said that the Mem and Samech, which were found in the Luchot, were standing benes, so the miracle. Why was it a miracle? Because since in the middle it's hollow, right? Whether it's a Samech, right? It's hollow in the middle, and on the outside, it's also going to be hollow. So therefore, right, it's all empty space. So therefore, it was hanging as miraculously. So it says, Ela satum v'asau patuach karu mekaber. If it was satum and you made it patuach, that means let's say it was a samech sofit, right? Not samech sofit, a mem sofit, and you made it patuach into a mem. So therefore, you made it worse. But Sofim said it. So says the Gemara, v'tizbra is logical. V'aktiv, it's written. What does it mean, Ele mitzvot? A Navi cannot come and make the extra sof otiyot, mansefach. Mansefach is basically the last letters which have sofit. Mem sofit. Nun sofit. Sadi sofit. Right, pe sofit. Right, kaf sofit, mansefach. So therefore, a Navi cannot come and just renew it and make it. So answers the Gemara, for sure there was already there, but so that we didn't know which ones were in the middle of the word and which one was in the end of the word. But the Tufim came, the Nevi'im came, and they instituted that the open ones are in the middle of the word and the closed ones are at the end of the words. So ask the Gemara still, so Gemara answered, you're right. They knew about it, but they forgot. And the Nevi'im came and they brought it back. But it wasn't that they were the ones that instituted it. They just reminded us that which was instituted. Okay? So now this is where we're starting. Gufa. Right? We're talking about the Mem and Samech and the Luchot were standing with a miracle. Rav Chasta says, the Ktav of the Luchot, you could have read it on one way and the other way. That means basically it was straight through. So therefore, it would come out the other way. So, kegon nevuv, right? The word nevuv, you would read it the other way around, buban. The word bahar would be rahav. Saru would be varas, because when you're reading it one way, if you turn it around, it's the other way around. That's why many times ambulances will purposely write on the front of the ambulance backwards. So that way, when you come and they're driving behind you and you look in the rearview mirror, you right away read ambulance. Because if not, you would read something the exact opposite. So therefore, the same thing. In the Luchot, the front way was one, but if you turn it around, it's the other way around. Okay? So Amri le Rabbanan, Rabbi Shlomo Levi, says Rabbanan to Rabbi Shlomo Levi, Atu dardiki aina lebe midrasha. The children came to the Bet Midrash now. And they said things that even during the days of Yehoshua ben Nun, they didn't say like that. What did they say? Aleph Bet. Why is it written Aleph Bet? What's the connection between the first two letters Aleph Bet? So they said Elaf Bina. Learn understanding. Learn the Torah. That's what it means Aleph Bet. Gimel Dalid. What does it mean Gimel Dalid? Gimol Dalim. Gimol Dalim means you have to give to the poor. Okay, like Gemilut Chasadim. Gimol Dalim. So says the Gemara, "My tama pshuta kar'ed gimel legabe dalit." Why is it that the left leg of the gimel, right, is pashut towards the dalid? Which means, why is it going towards the dalid and not towards the right side? Meaning, if you look on the bottom there, you see the letter gimel. Why is the letter gimel going towards the dalid and not towards the bet? So answers the Gemara, "Sheken dal koshel gomel chasadim." Somebody that does gimel chasadim. He runs after the poor people. So the leg of the gimel is always forward, running towards the dalid, the dalim, the poor people. Okay? So why is it that you have, right, the regel of the dalid towards the right side, right, and not towards the left side, towards the hay? Meaning that the dalid, the leg is like this. It's like inclined a little bit to the right. Why? Why is it that its face is not showing? Its face is towards the hay, not towards the gimel. The dalet mi gimel. Because you have to give the poor person betzina privately, so that way he doesn't get embarrassed. Okay, so this is all to do with the way that the letters are formed. I don't know why we didn't ask anything on the aleph for the bet. We went straight to jump into the gimel dalet, but okay, fine. He vav, right? This is the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Zayin chet tet yod kaf lamed. Right, which means that if you're going to do all these things, which is lomed Torah and gamel chasadim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu will give you zayin chet tet kaf lamed. What is that? Zayin zanotcha, he'll give you parnasa. Chen otcha, he will give you chen, grace. Tet, he will metiv lecha, do good for you. Yod notelecha yerusha, give you an inheritance. Kaf kotzelecha keter, he'll give you a crown. Lamed leolam haba, which means if you will come and you will learn Torah, which was Aleph Bina, and you will give Gimilut Chasadim, which is Gimel Dalet, Gomel Dalim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will Zayin Chet Tet Yod Kaf Lamed. Will Zanotcha, give you Chen, give you good, give you Yerusha, give you a crown, Leolam Haba. Okay? Beautiful, no? Next. Mem Petucha or Mem Stuma. Ma'amar patuach ma'amar satum, which means sometimes you have things in the Torah which you're allowed to be doresh, and sometimes things that you're not supposed to be doresh. Maseh merkava, Kabbalah, certain things, you have to be modest. You don't start explaining it to everybody. Nun kefufa, the nun pshuta. Why do you have a nun and a nun sofit? So it says, ne'eman kafuf and ne'eman pashut. Adam kasher is ne'eman. He has to be kafuf be'anav ba'olam hazeh. But then at the end, he will be be'ezrat Hashem le'olam haba, he will be pashut v'zakuf. Which means in this world, if you have to be trustworthy, many times you have to bow your head. You have to bend a little bit. But in the next world, you will be straight up and up high. Samech ayin, semoch aniyim, ishlach rinen, or another explanation, simanim aseh b'torah v'kenelta. If you want to acquire the Torah, you must make for yourself simanim to remember them. Right? Simanim means you make signs, remembering. Many times you make, 1 second, I remember this is on this daf, but I remember, how do I remember the daf? You put down, okay. Fine, next. Pe kefufa vepe peshuta. Right? Pe patuach pe satum. Sometimes the mouth is open and sometimes the mouth is closed. When you're being marbitz Torah, you're learning Torah, the mouth is open. But sometimes you have to be careful. Tzadik kufa, tzadik pshuta. Why is it that the tzadi has open and closed letters? Tzadik kafuf, tzadik pashut. Right? Again, the same thing that we mentioned before. So the Gemara is going to ask that. Haynu ne'eman kafuf ne'eman pashut. What's the difference between a tzadik kafuf and pashut and a ne'eman kafuf and pashut? And so the Gemara, hosif la katuv kefifa kefifato. Mikan shenitna Torah b'mnod rosh, which means you see from here the Torah has to be given with koved rosh, with mamash, with humbleness, with humility. Why? Because that's why they added onto it. It wasn't just enough ne'eman pashut, ne'eman kafuf. Even the tzaddik kafuf, tzaddik pashut. Hosif, right? So kof lekadosh. Kof is remembering HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is holy. Resh is larasha, to the wicked person. So my ta'ama ahadarape de kuf meresh. Why is it that the kuf, its face, is turning the opposite way from the resh? Meaning that the face of the resh is turning away from the kuf. So ki'ilu HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not want to look at the reshaim. That's why Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I don't want to look at a rasha. So therefore, the face is turned away. So the resh is facing forward and the kuf is backwards. So why is it that the tag of the kuf is towards the resh? Meaning, why is it more towards the resh than towards the right side? So it says, if he's going to do teshuvah, I will make him a crown like myself. Why is it that the leg of the kuf is standing, is like hanging? right, downwards. Why is it not attached? So he says, because if he could come back to do teshuvah, I will bring him back, right, between the regel and the gag, meaning this is the kuf and this is the top, so I'll bring him back up here. So Mesayle Resh Lakish is a proof to Resh Lakish. The Amar Resh Lakish, which says Resh Lakish, what does it mean when it's written to the people that are mockers, they will give mockery, and to the people that are anav, they will humble, they will give grace. Somebody wants to become tameh, they open up the door and they give them the possibility to become tameh. But bali taher, if somebody wants to become pure, sayimoto, they help him. Shin is sheker, tav is emet. Maitama sheker mekarvan, right? Mileh. Why is it the sheker is so close, right? Kruvot zuluzu, and emet is so far. Sheker is shinku fresh. They're one right after another. Emet, one is the beginning of the alphabet. Mem is smack in the middle, and tav is at the end. What's going on? So it says, shikra shchiach. It's very common to find people that lie. Liars, all the time. Yeah, you could find them all the time. Kushta lo shchiach. The truth, though, is not that common. Why is it the sheker, every single one of them is on one leg? You have the picture on the bottom, no? The shin is pointed, one-legged. So it breaks up into branches, but it's one leg. Kuf is one leg. Resh, one leg. And why is it, right? Ve'emet melabel limuneh. Emet has a few legs, right? Emet, the tav, has 2 legs. The mem has a flat entire leg, and then another leg on the other side. And emet also has 2, right? Because it's 1, 2, and 3, right? So 2 on the bottom. So he says, kushta kai. Kushta, the truth could always stand. Shikra lo kai. Falsehood does not stand. It will go away. Okay? Then it says like this. They started doing it in another order now. They said that atbash. Remember, atbash is aleph and then tav, bet, shin. So it says, what is atbash? Otitiev, that's aleph. Etavelo, that's a tav. Otitiev, if you despise of me, so then, what does it mean, etavelo? It's a question. Meaning, if you despised of me, am I going to desire you? Obviously not. Bet shin, bilo chashak, if you don't desire me, right? Shemi achul lav, shin, you think my name will be on you? Gimel resh, hufoti me, if you impurified your body, arachem alav, do you think I'm going to have mercy on you? Dalet kuf, daltotai na'al, my doors you navlo al-gadea, you're not going to put in the kuf of the karnav, which are like the horns. So ad kan midat reshaim. Until now in the atbash, it was for the reshaim. So you had atbash, gardak. But now it says over here, atbash. Now val midat tzadikim, atbash. Imata bosh, if you're embarrassed, gardak. Right then you gardak. What does that mean? Imata so okay, if you're going to do that, gur bedok, you will be bedok, which means in the shamayim. Hatzvaf, chatzitza ve'bena benecha le'af. You will have a mechitza between you and anger. Za chastan ve'enatan mizazim min satan, and you will not be moved from the satan. The satan will not be able to overcome you. Yam kal amarsal shel geinam fekash baruch b'shulam liyam kol. Right, the yam give the geinam to everybody and even to the Jews. Amar kadosh baruch hu achas bata gif. This is another way of doing it. Of the otiyot. These are brought down in the Sefer Yitzirah. This is brought down. A chas bata is basically, we divide it into 3, all the letters. So you have the chart there on the bottom. You've got like Aleph, Chet, Samech, Bet, Tet, Ayin, Gimel, Yod, Pe. You have the 3 rows. And the tav is going to be with the shin. So it says, achas bata gif, which is the first 3, anichas alehem, on Yisrael. Ibnei shabatu begif, because they went against immorality. Meaning, you have to remember, HaKadosh Baruch Hu hates immorality. And immorality is very, very common. So therefore, since the Jews hated immoral relations, right? So therefore, he had mercy on them. Dachatz takimhem, they're pure. Kenimhem, they're truthful. Tzadikimhem, they're tzadikim. Halak, en lecha chelek behem. Geinam, you have no chelek with the Jews. Umarzan shat, amal geinam lefnav ibn shulam. Mariz zununem mizarosh shel shet. Says what? Kol ha'umot ha'olam, and even the Jews, they come from shet. So therefore, what's going on here? So he answers lo amar lo. He tells him al bam. Another seder of otiyot of aleph bet. It's two groups. Aleph lamed bet mem gimel nun. Interesting. So number one goes with like the 13th letter. Bet again with the third. Sorry, the
no, it's you put them in a line, 11 letter, and the second 12 or 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then it became.
Exactly. You're doing it basically in two rows. And then
Yes.
basically you go down 11, 11, but there's 22
Yes.
letters, so 11, 11, and then it connects
Right.
a bit.
Right. And the one prior is you divide by 7. You know what I mean? Like the 3 letters.
Right, by 7. Or you're just making 3 rows.
We lost the sound.
But you put like Aleph Lezayin, then Het Yov 7, another 7.
We don't hear you.
Like this.
You can't hear.
I don't hear you. There is no sound.
There's no sound? Okay.
No, I hear.
What Binyamin just said was a beautiful concept. He said that the first one was we split it up into 3, which means that we put 1, 2, 3 rows. So it's every 7 letters. So it's going to be Aleph, Chet, Samech, and you continue going.
Right.
The second one is going to be 2 rows of 11. Right. There's 22 letters. So 2 rows of 11. So it's going to be 1 and 12, 1 and 2 and 13, 3 and 14, like that, going that way. So those are just different ways of getting the alphabets.
Right.
Okay? Fine. So Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells to the Geinam, Al-Bam Gandas. What does that mean? The Chelek, they're not going to have a Chelek B'Yisrael. Le'echad or Lechav, where am I going to take them? Le'Gan Hadas, to Gan Eden. Ha-Vaf, Amar Geinam, Nifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'no Shulam. Ayef Anochi, I'm hungry. So he told them, Zachak, Halalu Zaro Shel Yitzchak. These are the children of Yitzchak. Tar Yash Kat, Tar. Yeshcha Kitot, you have Kitot. Oh, we lost him. Okay. I think he still wasn't able to hear me. Everyone else could hear me.
I am.
Yeah, and Yaakov and Jackie. And now John Paul's coming back. Now, can you hear John Paul?
Yes, no problem. No problem. I hear.
Yes, I'm fine now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Everyone is here.
Okay, no, because I don't know if they...
No, I just lost the sound, but I find it.
Okay, perfect. Very good. So it says over here, Ribono Shulam, I'm tired, right? Meaning I'm hungry. So he told him, these are the children of Yitzchak, right? And I'm going to give them to you. Tad Yashkat, Tad, which wait, I'm going to give you Goyim. Wait, Geinam, I'm going to give you tons of Goyim. Don't worry about it. Wait a little bit. Children of Yitzchak, I'm not going to give it to you. Right? It could be that we're saying the children of Yitzchak because of what we mentioned. You remember a few dapim before to do with Ayin Tet Amud Bet. You remember to do with Ayin Tet Amud Bet. We learned about why do we say Ki Ata Avinu. The Moroccans actually just said this morning on Tacharonim. We say Ki Ata Avinu, Yisrael lo yakiranu. Right? We say Avraham lo yiranu, Yisrael lo yakiranu. Ata Adonai Avinu v'Shomecha. Understand that? Why is it Dafka Yitzchak? Fine. Kuvdal Damubet. Yeah, 104b. That was just a beautiful daf of Agadta. Right? Okay, fine. Let's go. Says the Gemara. Okay? Hakotev shte otiyot be'elem echad. If you're going to write 2 letters in one shot, chayav. You're going to be chayav chatat. Katab b'dio b'sam v'sikra v'kumus u'konkun. Du b'chol v'ashul Hashem. You're going to write it in a type of an ink, or a reddish ink, or all these other types of inks, and anything which is going to be Roshem. Al shne kotle zaviot, on two different corners of the wall. Al shne lavache pinkas, or on two different luchot of paper. Behen nagim, but you could read them together. Chayav. And even though you're not writing it in one thing, but you're writing it on two corners, but you could read it together, or two different things, you could read it together. Chayav. Hakutiva b'tzorov, you're going to write on your flesh. Or you're going to be chayav. Sareta b'tzorov, you're going to scratch it into your flesh. You're going to be chayav. Rabbi Eliezer mechayav chatat. Chachamim say you're going to be patur for such a thing. Kata b'mashkin, if you wrote it with liquids, or b'meperot, or with fruit juice. B'avak terachim, with the dust of the ways. B'avak sofrim, with the dust of the sofrim. Anything which is not going to be mitkayim, you're going to be patur. La'achar yado, with the back of your hand. B'raglo, with your foot. Befiv, with your mouth. Marpeko, with your elbow. Right? Or you wrote one letter besides something else which was already written. Or ktav al gabe ktav, writing on top of another writing. It's the exact same thing, you just rewrote it. Chet, you wanted to write the letter chet and you wrote two zayns. Because remember, one of the ways of doing a chet is either vav and zayn in a bridge, or zayn and zayn in a bridge. So you wanted to write a chet and you made two zayns. Right? One on the ground, one on the roof. To two different walls, but they're not close to each other. Or two different papers that they're not in the same thing. And they're given, you can't read it together. Patur. In all these cases, you're going to be patur. If you wrote one letter, but that one letter is like a notrikon, you're going to be patur. Because it's like an acronym. So you already know what it refers to. But still, according to Chachamim, you're patur. Okay? Says the Gemara, Dio is diota. So Dio is ink. Sam is sama, which is the red ink. Sikra is Yamar Ruchana, Sekarta Shema. That's the name, Sekarta. So sama is, if I remember correctly, is like it comes from herbs. Right, so it's yellowish. It comes from herbs. Right? But Sikra is reddish. Yeah, Tseva Adom. Okay? Komus is koma. It's a gumi. It's a type of a straf ilan. Okay? It's like a black type of an ink. Okay? So it says the two dots. And anything that you're going to be Roshem that could write it down. What is it coming to include? Ketavo b'metalya, if you wrote it b'metalya v'afza, which is basically types of perot and fruit juices and things like that, it's going to be kasher. So obviously this comes to exclude this. So Tani Rabbi Chia taught, ketavo be'avar, if you wrote it with lead, or b'shachor, or with pecham, is like coals, u'shichor, or a type of a black, kasher, it's going to be kosher. Okay? Why? Because that's so too on Shabbat, you're going to be chayav. If you could write a get with these things, so if you write on Shabbat, you're going to be chayav. You're going to scratch your flesh. Tanya Amar Eliezer Chachamim Valo Ben Setada Oti Kishuvim Mitzay Misei Kasher B'Tzor. This is what Ben Setada, which usually Ben Setada we have to see. Ben Setada I think is here it says Chatumei Mitzrayim.
Yes, they used to not allow people to get out.
Right, so they used to take it out by scratching.
Derech HaKishuf.
Yeah. So he says it's normal here. So Amrula, they told him, this guy, Ben Setada, was a shoteh, and therefore you can't bring a proof from a shoteh. Okay, so it's not normal to scratch into your skin and then, to do it.
Not just that, you won't write like a shemesh of kishuf on your body.
Right. Fine. If you wrote one letter beside another letter, you're going to be patur. Man tana, who's this tana? Amravuna, dilok Reb Eliezer. It's not like Reb Eliezer. Di Reb Eliezer, but it's going to be Reb Eliezer. Ha'achat ala arig chayav. He said that if you're going to do it ala arig, you're going to be chayav. Fine. Next, katav al gabe ktav. You're going to write a ktav on top of another ktav. Man tana, who's this tana? Rav Chasta says, Rav Chasta, they look at Rav Yehuda, not like Rav Yehuda. The time was learned to the Braita. Imagine you wanted to write down in the Sefer Torah, Yud Ke Vav Ke, but instead you wrote Yehuda. The time you made a mistake. But you didn't put the Dalet. So Ma'avir Alav Kulbus, you just scratch it out, right? You're making it that you're writing the letters Yud Ke Vav Ke again. umekadsho, and you make it holy. These are the words of Rabbi Yehuda. Chachamim say, en Hashem minamuchar. Says you can't do it this way. So you see from here that according to Shittat Rabbi Yehuda, if you're going to write on top of another writing, it's considered that you wrote it new, and therefore you're allowed to do that. That's what you're going to be chayav. So therefore, obviously, this is not like Rabbi Yehuda, because Rabbi Yehuda says k'tav al k'tav is going to be chayav, and we said in our Mishnah you're going to be patur. Okay. Next, Tana, we learned in a Braita. K'tav otachat ishlima lesefer. You wrote one letter, but with that one letter you finished the sefer. Or you sewed one thread and it finished the clothing. You're chayav. Man Tana, who is this? Amar Ravuna Amar Eliezer. It's Eliezer. The Amar that he says, if you did one on the Harig, you'll be chayav. Rashi says, even if you're going to say it's the rabbis. Because here, since you finished it off, it's an important work, that's why you're going to be chayav. Amar Rabbi Yami says, Rabbi Yami, if you wrote one letter in Tveria and one letter in Tzipori, chayav, you're going to be chayav. Why? Ktivahi. It's writing. But it's just lacking that you didn't put them together. So ask the Gemara, I thought we said that even if you're going to write it on two different walls, if you don't read it together, you're going to be patur. So says the Gemara, there you're lacking just putting it together. Here you're not lacking that which is putting it together. Let me just bring it together. That's why he's saying it's tarfot. In the other case, right, you had to actually cut it out of the paper and then bring them together. If you wrote a letter here, wrote a letter there, but you could put them together easily, and it's just putting them together, you're going to be chayav. But if you have to actually cut it out and then put them together, so then you're going to be patur. Right? Next, Tana chayav. If you fixed one letter, you're going to be chayav. So says the Gemara, 1 second. If you wrote a full letter, you're going to be patur. If you just fixed it, you're going to be chayav. You took off the gag of the chet and then you made it two letters, which are two zayins. Rava says, you took off the tag of the dalet and you made it like a resh. So you took off the back part of the dalet, you made it into a resh. And that's how you finish the sefer. That's what you're going to be chayav according to everybody. Okay, Tana. If you wanted to write one letter, yeah, and it came to your hands, it came to your hands two letters. You're going to be chayav. So you wanted to write a chet, and then it became two, you're going to be chayav. We learned to the Mishnah, you're going to be patur. And so the Gemara, la kashya. Hada ba'iziyune v'hada lo ba'iziyune. It all depends. If you needed two zayins, right, and therefore it comes out that you didn't finish, right, the ktivatan, so that's why you're going to be patur. But the Braita was talking about that you didn't need, right? We didn't need the ziyun. And therefore you're chayav ktivatan. The ziyun is on top of it, right? You have like the three crowns. Okay? So if you didn't finish it, right, there's 7 letters that they have the 3 crowns on the top. And the rest are going to be, a lot of them only have 1 crown on the top. So Shatnez Gatz has 2 crowns on the top. Bedek Chaya has 1 crown on the top. Okay? Fine. Katav otachad notrikon. If you wrote one letter which is a notrikon, let's try to finish until the end of the perek. Okay? So it says if you wrote, it says a notrikon, one letter, and it's an acronym. So Rishon Metirah says you're going to be chayav, Chachamim say you're going to be patur. So Amar Rabbi Yochanan Minimna, Minayin Lashon Notrikon min Torah. How do we know notrikon from the Torah? Shneimar ki av amon goyim netaticha. Av netaticha leumot. Right? Bachur netaticha beumot. Hamon chaviv netaticha beumot. Melech netaticha beumot. Vatik netaticha beumot. Neeman netaticha beumot. Which means when it says av hamon goyim netaticha, the Av Hamon was an otrikon. Av refers to Av. Bet refers to Bachur. So that's Av, Aleph Bet, Av and Bachur. Then it says Hamon is Hey, right? Hey is the Chaviv, Melech. I guess Hey and the Chet are interchangeable. Melech, Vatik, and Neeman. So all those things are to Neumot. Rabbi Yochanan himself said, right? He says, "No, Anochi is an otrikon. Ana nafshi ketivat yavit. I myself wrote the Torah. That's Anochi. I myself wrote the Torah." Rabbanan say, "Amina ni'ima ketiva yicha," which is written properly. Okay. Okay. Next, it says. The verb ikadam, some people say it's the opposite. Anochi is lemafrea. What does it mean lemafrea? Yeiva ketiva ne'emanin emadea, which means that it's a beautiful writing. It was given to write, but it's perfect by the Torah. The verb Natan said, Ki yarata derech lenegdi. What does it mean yarata lenegdi? Yarea ra'ata natata. She was afraid, she saw, and she turned. That was referring to the donkey. The verb Ishmael Tana, Carmel. What is Carmel? Carmel is Geresh Carmel. Geresh Carmel. It says Karmale, which means that it's full of wheat. Ravach Bar Yaakov says, V'hu kelani kelani meretzet. When David HaMelech said that Shimi ben Gira cursed me, he said it was an otikon. He says, Noefu, Moavihu, Rotzeachu, Tzoreru, Toevahu. He said to David HaMelech, you are an abomination because you committed adultery. You come from Moab. You're a murderer. You're a tzorer. You're an enemy, and you're an abomination. That's what he told him. That's what it means. Imretzet. That's what Shimi ben Gira told David HaMelech. Nachman Bar Yitzchak says, Man nedaber u'man nitztadak. What are we going to say? And how are we going to be righteous? Nechonim anachnu, tzadikim anachnu, torim anachnu, dakim anachnu, kedoshim anachnu. We're going to be holy. Okay? So that's what it means. That's nechonim, tzadikim, teorim, dakim, which is pure, the kedoshim. Those are all the acronyms for it. Next, last Mishnah. Hakotev shtei otiyot b'shtei alamot. You're going to write 2 letters in 2 different times. For example, you wrote one in Shachrit, one in Ben Arvayim. Gamliel says you're going to be chayav. Chachamim say you're going to be patur. What is the machlok between them? Gamliel said in idea lechatzi shiur, there's no idea for chatzi shiur. Rabbanan said yesh idea lechatzi shiur, there is idea chatzi shiur, which means if in between you knew about it, that is going to be good for chatzi shiur. Hadran alacha boneh. Okay, so we finished this chapter as well.
Chazak Baruch Rabbi. Very nice.
Baruch.